A line capital AB measuring 70 mm has its end A 15 mm in front of VP and 20 mm above HP, and the other end B is 60 mm in front of VP and 50 mm above HP. Draw the projections of the line and find the inclination of the line with both the reference planes of projection. So here he says he has given the true length because capital AB measuring 70 mm has its end A 15 mm in front of VP and 20 mm above HP. So we have, when you look from the top view, we can see the distance end A 15 mm in front of VP. So when it is projected, we are going to get that 15 mm in front of VP here, and 20 mm above HP. When you look from the front view, you can see the distance 20 mm above HP. So that distance, when it is projected, it will going to be seen in the front view here. So you're going to mark this point, which is A dash and which is A. So this is capital A, and this is also capital A, and this is also capital A. And the other end B is 60 mm in front of VP and 50 mm above HP. So here, this is the distance end A. B is 60 mm in front of VP. So that is the distance from here to here is 60 mm in front of VP and 50 mm above HP. So the distance is 50 mm above HP, which is in space. So we're going to get this point. Then join these two, which will going to be a capital A and B. So now, when we want to look from the front view, this distance above HP of 50 mm is seen when you're looking from here. So this will going to be the locus of B in the front view. Similarly, when you look from the top view, we can see the distance from here to here. So that image will going to fall on the horizontal plane, which is 60 mm in front of VP. So this is, so you measure the distance and then draw the locus of B in the top view, and you write the locus of B in the front view. Now he says a line capital EB is 70 mm long. So now we have this distance is 50 mm above HP, and this distance we have 60 mm in front of VP. So as it says, it is 70 mm long. So from here, you are going to have is 70 mm long line, which is the true length line. So this is the true length line in the front view, and this is the true length line in the top view, which is capital A, B2, and this is capital A and B1. So when you look from the front view, that image will going to fall on the vertical plane. So this line will be a 70 mm line. So with A dash as center, cut an arc on the locus of B, you are going to get this as B1 dash, then mark capital B1. So because this is the true length in the vertical plane, and from here you A as center, cut an arc on this for a radius of 70. So this will going to get AB2. When it is projected, you are going to have this point AB2. So this is the parallel line. When it is projected, you are going to get this image will be on the HP. So this is AB2, and this is A dash, B1 dash. Now the line is parallel to VP. So when you look from the front view, when you look from the top view, the two endpoints of the A and B1 both are equidistant from the vertical plane. So the line is parallel to VP. So you're getting the true length here. And when you look from the front view, these two are both are parallel to HP, because A is above HP by 20 mm, B2 is also above HP by 20 mm. This is parallel to HP. Therefore, we are getting the true length in HP. Now we need to solve this problem. So when you look from the front view, this A dash, this will going to be the true length. So when it is projected, you will going to get A dash is above HP by 20 mm, B2 dash is also above HP by 20 mm. So this is the line, which is the front view line, which is parallel to HP. So corresponding top view will going to be in the true length. When you look from the top view, you can see A is in front of VP by 15 mm, B1 is also in front of VP by 15 mm. So this is the line, the top view line, which is parallel. So its corresponding top front view will going to be in the true length. You are going to get this. Now, due to the presence of the locus of B in the top view here, with A as center taking the radius of AB1, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view here, then join A to B with a dark line. So that is the top view. When this is projected, it will going to be on the space. Literally what we are doing is with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1, you rotate this line such that it will going to be on the locus of B in the top view here. So this will going to be the line. So when you rotate it is in space, actually the path traced by this on the horizontal plane will be this. So that is what we have shown here. Similarly, when we want to find the front view, so with A as center, by taking the radius of AB2, you rotate it such that the point B will going to be above HP by 50 mm. So while doing so, actually what we are doing is, initially the point B, which is at a height of 20 mm, which is above HP by 20 mm. So we are rotated such that the B2 dash should be above HP by 50 mm. So it will move from 20 to 50 such that when it is projected, it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view here. So this is the image what you will going to get in the front view, A dash, B dash. So this is how we will be able to analyze this in 3 dimension. Now we will going to check it by step. So here, so we have the NDA is above HP and NB is also above HP by 50 mm and 20 mm, and NDA is in front of VP by 15 mm and NB is in front of VP by 60 mm. So we got this locus. Now we know that the true length is 70 mm. So we have NDA is 15 mm in front of VP and B1 is also in front of VP by 15 mm, and we have got the true length line. When it is looks from the front view, you will going to get the image here, that is A dash B1 dash. And similarly, NDA is above HP by 20 mm and B2 is also above HP by 20 mm. So this is the line which is parallel to HP. So we are getting the true length when it looks from the top view. So this will going to be the true length. So that is what we have written here. So first we have considered 20 mm here and 50 mm here, and then 15 mm here and 60 mm here. Then by taking the compass, you measure the distance measure the distance of 70 mm. With A dash as center, cut an arc on this locus, and with A as center, cut an arc on this locus to get this joint AB2 and A dash B1 dash. Now what we are doing is, we are rotating the true length such that it will going to touches the locus of B. So here, that is here that B1, which was in front of VP by 20 mm, 15 mm, you are rotated such that it will going to be in front of VP by 60 mm. That's what we have done here in space. So with so this is the true length in the front view, means it is parallel to XY line in the top view. A is in front of VP by 15 mm. So draw a vertical projector from here so that AB1 will be in front of VP by 15 mm. Then only the top view line is parallel. With A as center, AB1 as the radius, we draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view, because B is in front of VP by 60 mm. So you're going to get this point AB. Similarly, here we are considering now the front view now. How to find the front view line and its inclination. So for that we need to consider the top view true length. You are rotating the top view true length such that B2 is above HP by 20 mm. Rotate that B2 such that B will be above HP by 50 mm. When it is looks from the front view, that image will going to be on the locus of B here, so that you will going to get this line A dash B dash. So that is what we are doing here. So we have the true length in the top view, means it is parallel to XY in the front view. So A dash is in front above HP by 20 mm. So B2 should also be above HP by 20 mm. So that means A dash B2 dash will be parallel to XY in the front view. So, but actually B2 should be above HP by 50 mm. With A dash as center, by taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view here, and you mark that point as B dash and join A dash B dash and mark this inclination with respect to HP as alpha. So this is how you will be able to analyze both in 3 dimension and also in the orthographic. Now we will going to solve the problem by using the sketchbook. First we will going to draw the XY line and mark XY and VP HP. He says NDA is 15 mm in front of VP and 20 mm above HP. So from the XY line you measure NDA, which is 15 mm below the XY line, and then draw a horizontal line. Similarly, 20 mm above XY line and then draw a horizontal line. And consider any point on this line and draw a vertical projector so that it will going to cut both the lines here. And you mark this point as A dash and you mark the point as A. Similarly, the NP is 60 mm in front of VP and 50 mm above HP. So from the XY line, you measure 60 mm below XY line and then draw a horizontal dash dot line. And similarly, from XY line, you measure 50 mm above XY line and then draw a horizontal dash dot line. And you mark this as the locus of B and you mark the locus of B in the top view and front view respectively. Then you know that the line capital AB is 70 mm long. So using the compass, you measure a distance of 70 mm with A dash as center, cut an arc on the locus of B in the front view and you mark this point as B1 dash. And since it is the capital A, since it is capital AB, you mark this point as capital A and you mark this point as capital B. Similarly, with A as center, by taking the same radius, you cut an arc on the locus of B in the top view and you mark this point as B2 and B capital B in bracket and here you capital A in bracket. So join A dash B1 dash with a little bit thicker than the XY line and join AB2 with a little bit thicker than the XY line here. So then you mark the inclination which is phi here and which is theta here. You need to determine that inclination. Now we know, so now we want to find out the apparent inclination in the top view. So we know that the front view line is in true length. So obviously its corresponding top view has to be parallel to XY. A is in front of VP by 15 mm. So B1 dash should also be in front of VP by 15 mm. So draw a vertical projector from B1 dash such that it will going to touches the locus of A in the top view. That means AB1 will be in front of VP by 15 mm. Then on the line AB1 will be parallel to XY line. So once you know that AB1 is parallel to XY line, that is the top view. So now we need to determine the inclination. The locus of B in the top view is here. With A as center, by using the compass, you measure a distance of AB1 and draw a smooth arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view. Then mark this point as B. Then join A to B with a dark line. So measure this inclination and you mark this as beta. Similarly, we want to find out the apparent inclination in HP. So to do that, we are going to take the top view line, top view true length. With you know that AB2 is the true length in HP. Obviously, that line has to be parallel to HP. A dash is above HP by 20 mm. So B2 dash should also be above HP by 20 mm. So draw a vertical projector from B2 till to the locus of A in the front view, that is by 20 mm. So you mark this point as A dash B2 dash. That means if the front view line is parallel, then its corresponding top view will be in true length. So applying that condition, so here you have A dash B2 dash is the line which is parallel to XY. But actually the B2 dash will not be above HP by 20 mm. Instead it is above HP by 50 mm. By using the compass with A dash as center, take the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view at B dash. Then mark this point as B dash, then join A dash B dash with a dark line and show the notation. This is apparent inclination with respect to HP, which is alpha. Then show the dimensions, which is 20 mm here, 15 mm here, and 50 mm here, and 60 mm here. So give the true length in any one of these. Because we have true length, you can show it in any one line. And then by using the protractor with A dash as center with respect to the A dash B2 dash, you measure an angle of theta, which is 25.38 degrees in computer. When you're doing it manually, it is 25 degree. Similarly, you measure the angle with respect to A dash B2 dash, which is alpha, which is 34.02 when you're doing it in computer. When you're doing it in manual, it will be 34 degree. Similarly, by keeping the center on A with respect to AB1, you measure an angle of phi, which is apparent true inclination with respect to VP, which is 40.01 when you are doing it in computer. When you are doing it in manual, it will be 40 degrees. And similarly, you measure the apparent inclination with respect to VP, which is beta, which is 45.36 when you are doing it in computer. When you are doing it manually, it will be 45 degrees. This is how you will be able to find the final solution, and this is what we need to write in the sketchbook.